Hey, this is Eli, aka Devoted Day Trader. This is this week's recap. I'm completing my monthly challenge of taking only one trade per day and sticking to a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. Unfortunately, this week I had a string of losses. I had 5 losing days in a row. But despite having the 5 losing days in a row, I'm still ending the month up about 10% on my account. So let's get into the trades of this week, why they were losers and how I was able to stick to the plan and persevere despite the emotional toll, the psychological toll of losing day after day after day. I mean, 5 losses in a row or 5 losing days in a row is not easy psychologically, but I stuck through it. So this week I traded PayPal on Monday. I traded HD Home Depot on Tuesday. I traded TJX, the parent company of TJ Maxx, on Wednesday. I traded Roku on Thursday, and today, which is Friday, February 28th, I traded SQ, which was, as you can see, a loser. I went short and I was stopped out. So we'll start with today's trade, SQ. So SQ was on my watch list. I was contemplating trading it yesterday. Yesterday I thought about going long on it here. My winning play from set up from last week, where I would wait for shorts to get trapped. I thought about going long right here actually yesterday, but the SPY was selling off, the market was selling off, so I hesitated and it went without me. And so today I was watching it. I don't know if I gravitated towards SQ because I missed the winning trade on it yesterday, but today I saw that it gapped down and it stopped at the 20. It couldn't get past the 20 EMA, and it looked like the SPY was gonna continue to sell off, and so I went short here with a stop of yesterday's low, this red line, as my stop, and I was stopped out. In hindsight, I don't think I should have taken this short. I think psychologically this entire week, seeing the market sell off and seeing so many big moves, I guess I was short biased, but the good thing is I stuck with my plan of only taking one trade and risking only 1%. But in hindsight, this was not the greatest short because so the shorts that went short here, they took profit here. So, and then we had a pullback. And then they tried shorting again, but here we have a 2-bar reversal. So the bulls are in control at this point because the people that went short here, they didn't get followed through. In fact, they probably got stopped out if they put their stop here. But since there was no follow through on this bull bar, we're below the 20 EMA, pre-market high. Yesterday's low, and this bar looked like it was gonna close on its low. I went short, but I was stopped out, and it sucks because I was actually contemplating, before placing this trade, I was contemplating going long on space. I was watching space. I saw that the people that went short did not make much progress. I saw this bull bar, the bears tried again, but we have this inside bar, and I contemplated going long as this bar, as this bull bar was forming, and I was gonna put my stop right below 21, which is a pre-market low, and I didn't pull the trigger. I thought the SPY was gonna sell off. I thought the market was always in short, meaning that it's gonna continue to sell off the entire day. So I was hesitant to pull the trigger on this, and it went up. I mean, it went up huge. So this is how today's session played out. I missed this entire move. So on Monday I traded PayPal, and on PayPal, PayPal was on Monday when the market was selling off. It gapped down. PayPal is one of those stocks that I'm watching on one of my screens, and I went short here after I saw these bottoming tails getting ignored pretty much, and this bear bar closing on its low, which means that the bears are strong. So I went short here, but my stop was too tight. Because I figured that if the bears are really strong, they're not gonna let the price get above the high of this bull bar. So I put my stop here, and I was stopped out. So that was on Monday. PayPal, I went short at 10:09. So I went short at 115.48, and I got stopped out at 115.91. So I lost 1% of my account on this day. On Tuesday, I traded HD Home Depot, which was gapping up on earnings, and this trade. So on Tuesday, I traded HD Home Depot, which was gapping up on earnings, and this trade should have worked, but the SPY was selling off heavily, so it gapped up, and but the first bar was a bearish bar. But we have yesterday's high right here. We have the 200 moving average, and this dashed line is the 60-minute, the 1 hour 20 EMA plotted on the 5-minute chart. So what I saw here was that we after the first bear bar, the bulls made a comeback, and then we had a low one here, but this low one didn't make much progress. These bottoming tails are buying pressure, and then I saw that we made a new 5-minute low right here, but this new 5-minute low failed as well, and once this became a bull bar, I went long. So I went long at 244.08, and with a stop right below the low of these bars. But this actually would have moved higher and reached my target, because my target was right before the high of the day, but the SPY started selling off aggressively. The SPY was selling off aggressively, and it affected this stock, and it dropped, and I was stopped out. So this was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I traded TJX, which had gapped up on earnings, and this is the same play as that HD play. So on the daily chart, it gapped up, and I waited, so it made a new 5-minute low right here, but this new low didn't make much progress. We have all these bottoming tails, which is buying pressure, so the shorts that went short here are most likely trapped. And then we made, you can't see, it's hard to see on this chart, but it made a new 5-minute high right here, and then it sold off. So at some point this was a bear bar, but at the last minute it closed as a bull bar with a bottoming tail. So now the shorts, or the bears who went short here and went short here, I figured that they were trapped, so I went long with my stop the low of this bottoming tail. And but again, the SPY, the market started selling off aggressively, and it tried going higher. I mean, it consolidated here, it tried going higher, but yeah, but you know, the market was selling off and it affected the stock, and I was stopped out. So I went long at 64.44, and I was stopped out at 64.20. Okay, actually my stop was not at the bottom of this bar. My stop was right at the loss of this doji bar, because I figured if the bulls are strong and if the bears are really trapped, they're not gonna be able to push it down past this bar. So I put my stop here, and I was stopped out. Yesterday, which is Thursday, I traded ROKU, and ROKU is unfortunate. So the market and ROKU gapped down significantly, and we had this bullish move up, but then after that it stalled. So we made a new 5-minute low, which failed. We made a second 5-minute low, and this one is on me. I was biased. I thought the market and ROKU was gonna try to retrace and fill the gap. So I went long here. So I betted that the people that went short here and went short here would get trapped, and I went long here with a stop here, and I was stopped out. And I had the right idea that the market was gonna try to fill the gap and move higher, because that's what happened. After it sold off, it made a double bottom, and it shot up. Yeah, and so this was the ROKU trade. And last but not least, today was the SQ trade, which I went over, and which was a loser. Yeah, so 5 losing days in a row. I think this may be my first time where I've had a string of 5 losses in a row. But I stuck with my plan for this entire month. I stuck with my plan. Each day I followed the plan. Wow, look at SQ just going up. Yeah, I should have, yeah. But yeah, so I stuck with my plan this entire month, and my goal was to make 20% on the month, which equates to a 20R, because now I'm risking only 1% of my account. But I'm finishing the month with 10% return on my account, which is a 10R. So it doesn't feel good. Well, I guess the point of this video is the power of probability and the power of sticking to our trading plan, right? Because despite having 5 losing days in a row, regardless whether they were bad trades, good trades, I had 5 losing days in a row this week. But because I stuck with my trading plan for the entire month, I'm still ending the month profitable. But if I did not have a system in place, after having 2, 3, 4 losing days in a row, I would have been more likely to start making emotional decisions in the hopes of getting my money back, or trying to end the day green. So it's important for me, at least, to continue having a trading system that I follow. So I'm definitely gonna do some reflecting this weekend. I am definitely going to stick with the same reward to risk ratio, 3-to-1 for the month of March. And I'm gonna continue taking one trade per day. At some point, I am going to increase the number of trades to 2 maximum, or I'm going to increase my risk to 2% instead of the 1% risk that I have right now. But I'm not gonna do this until I have more samples, and at least for the month of March, I want to return 20%, which means I would bet about a little over 50% on the month. And if I can't do that, I have no business in increasing my risk for the month of March. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. And I will see you guys on the next upload. Peace.